Brian. Thanks for your time today, man. I wanted to ask you, how tough was 2018, the redshirt year, just not playing? And did you ever consider leaving Oklahoma at that time, just looking for something different?
The 2018 year, I would say the redshirt year is hard for everyone. You come from playing a lot and being that guy your senior year of high school, and then coming to college and being humbled. So it was a humbling experience. But the big thing I took from that red shirt was to just improve my skills every day, man. Work on my technique, work on learning the defense, and just trying to get better as much as possible. That was my 2018 experience, and I feel like it's helped me to where I am now. Considering leaving or anything, no, that was never in my mind. I've never been a quitter. I've always been the guy to just, take advantage of everything and also just, continue to work hard, because at the end of the day, the results are going to be, I'm going to be able to reap the results, man, and I'm actually doing that right now. So.
During that time, who was your biggest voice of encouragement? Who helped you press through that time?
I would say my family, man, because my family, my coaches back home, and then also the coaches here as well, man. I'm not the only one that's been through this process. So they just continue to humble me and say, hey, man, what you're going through, man, thousands have done it before, man. So continue to just put your head down and work, man. And like I said, man, the results are being reaped right now.
Brian, thanks so much. You have a good week, okay?
Yes, sir.
Bob Frisbillo.
Brian, something Coach Grinch loves to say is be a different player next year. Don't be the same person that you were in 2020. So what's different about you in 2021 through these first 3 games?
I think the ability to diagnose what offenses want to do against us. Understanding concepts and things that offenses like to attack. Whether it's a certain spot in the zone, being able to just diagnose that and try to go make a play as much as possible. I think that's the biggest thing, is just understanding offensive concepts that offense like to do. So I think that's improved my ability to try to make plays on the ball, despite what the stats may say, man. Just being able to be in that position to either just get the quarterback to look a different way just because your body presence is there. So I think my 2021 transition was to just diagnose what they can do and be able to make playmaking, be more of a playmaker. Sorry.
Ryan Chapman.
Hey, Brian, as you guys exit non-conference play and head into Big 12 play, like the inside linebacker specifically, what are 2 or 3 of the things that you guys feel like you need to improve on the most here to get where you guys want to be here in December?
The improvement comes from everywhere in that inside backer room. But, one thing we've been harping on is trying to be able to make plays and, obviously in the run game, trying to get, as much TFLs, tackle for losses. That means tackling behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge emphasis on, playing linebacker at the University of Oklahoma is playing fast and playing downhill. So that's one thing. Another thing is the ability to make plays in coverage. We want to be the guys that's going to essentially make those plays, in that 10 to 12, 15-yard zone coverage. That's the main thing for us as we enter into, conference play, being able to make more plays in space and coverage, because we're going to be more in coverage with teams like the Big 12 teams that like to throw the ball as often as possible. So, that's the biggest thing for us is try to make plays in coverage, man. And we'll do that. I'm excited for this home opener against West Virginia, an opportunity for us to just, display what we've been working on, throughout, the summer and, throughout these 4 weeks. So you should see a huge difference in, linebackers getting hands on balls and also, taking them the other way.
Yesterday, Coach Grinch talked about just needing to be better as far as the play action game, specifically recognizing when that run goes to pass and stuff like that. How do you balance the aggressiveness of wanting to be those difference makers in the run game, but also recognizing, hey, you got to get out there and play coverage, things like that? How do you just balance that?
So the biggest thing is obviously being able to just see all the things that you need to see, whether it's the guard, center guard, and where the running back is. So there's only 3 things you can get out of a certain formation: run, pass, and RPO. So if you just diagnose, the formation and see everything that you need to see, you kind of understand the tendencies of what they have to do. If the back is strong, you can see you can get a puller back to the boundary with the play action, and then also you can also get a power run scheme. So being able to just understand what you can get out of certain plays or certain formations, that's the ability to see what you can see, and then also being able to make plays in play action game because you obviously know what they can do. If you see hi hat, then obviously get depth. If you see run read, you take a couple steps downhill and then get back to your zone coverage. So that's the big thing for us, man, is being able to just see everything. Eyes is an important key for the backers because a lot of stuff goes on up front. So we've got to have great vision on everything that we need to see, man. So that's something Coach Odom has always preached is see your work. So yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Aper.
Yeah, Brian, sort of going in a completely different direction here. Wanted to ask you about the thigh pads that a couple of your guys wear. I think, do you have some, and have you worn them in a game? And just what do you think about those, especially the way that Perion is, made him such a part of what he is?
Honestly, man, I would like to say that I kind of started it. It was more, I think me and Brendan and Riley Howes were the first ones to do it in 2019. But people kind of get upset when I take credit for that. But anyways, I think it gives people, the opportunity to just explore, their type of, who the type of person they are. So for me, I wear Ohio thigh pads with 24 in them, and then also I have one with Africa in them, and then I have some with slime, and just different types of things that display who my character is and who I am as a person. The thing with Perion, man, Perion is a fantastic football player. And then he has this, certain way he carries himself around. And obviously you guys know who Perion is on the football field. And, the thigh pads, the 8-ball, the Chucky, that's just how Perion is, man. A guy that is very dominant on the football field, man. And also a great person outside of football. But he wants you to know that he's going to dominate you on the football field, man. And that's, what he displays, man, with his thigh pads and obviously with his play production.
How did you find out about those and that company, and what were the first ones that you wore?
So I found out by the company on Instagram. They're called Tread Cows. I actually seen a NFL player wear them just with their number in them, and I just thought it was pretty cool. So then that's why I got into kind of just I would kind of want those iPads as well, kind of express who I am, and then added different designs. But yeah, man, I feel like it's been a great addition to adding swag to your football uniform.
And one more quick thing. You said you had your number, Africa, and what was the other one that you said you had?
Slime. So obviously you guys know it. After every big play or play I make, I always do this. So yeah, I kind of have a snake sometimes on my thigh pad as well.
Nice. Well, hey, I appreciate it, Brian. Have a good one.
No doubt.
James Hill.
Hey, Brian, I'm curious, you're a starter on this defense. You guys have played really good defense. You've had a couple of games you've had to come up big at the end of the game. How well are you guys playing? Because it looks like sometimes you're playing really good football.
Honestly, we keep our head very leveled. We always say we're not playing. We're playing okay, honestly, because great football is honestly ahead of us. We've got some things we need to improve, honestly, and we're going to continue to improve. So we're playing at a decent level of football, but our ceiling is extremely high, man. And you guys haven't seen what the 2021 Oklahoma defense can really do, man. And that's kind of scary, for people that's watching this football team, man, because like I said, the ceiling's very high for us, man, and we're super excited to see the things that we can do. And that's going to come with continuing to practice. Obviously getting to week 4, we're always taking steps in the right direction, man. And that's a salute to all the coaches trying to get us prepared to play football every single week, man. And we practice very hard. We say Tuesdays and Wednesdays are our game days, man, and so that means that Saturdays are very easy for us to play. So honestly, if you really do the math, 2 times the 12 weeks that we have that are guaranteed, we're playing 24 games on just a week basis, and then we play one on Saturday, which is the one that it's not like that's credited. So We take Tuesdays and Wednesdays very precious here, or very seriously, and just the ability to go out there and just enhance our abilities every day is the main thing, man. And like I said, man, the ceiling is very high for what we can do, and we're very excited to see what the 2021 defense can do as we continue to progress week by week, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very scary, man. I'm telling you.
Fantastic. What do you see in West Virginia offensively?
A great team. Honestly, have a great running back, good old line, good quarterback. Just a lot of. They do a lot of things, that any offenses does. Motions and try to get you to have bad eyes, man. And we've gotten to hone into our responsibilities, see what we see, and just play what we play. But no, they're a good team, man. Also great receivers, man. You gotta give credit to those guys, big playmakers. But yeah, man, we're excited for the matchup, man. They're gonna bring everything they got, man, and we're also gonna bring everything we got. So it's gonna be a great contest for sure on Saturday.
Hey, good luck, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Jay Carlson.
Hey, Brian, you mentioned Coach Odom a little bit ago in passing. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about him. He did not recruit you, if I'm doing my math correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, I never got the opportunity to meet Coach Grinch, even when he was at Ohio State. I did get to meet Coach Odom, though.
Coach Odom didn't. Yeah. Did you know him along the way?
So the crazy part is, I met Coach Odom when he was at Missouri.
Okay.
And so we were talking here and there, and he the thing with him was that he wouldn't offer me unless I came down to Missouri, because his thing was like, I'm all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Why would you come to Missouri? So he wanted to see what my interest level was. But me and Coach Odom, always had that click, man, when we talked on the phone. But even though not getting that offer, man, I feel like God just aligned us back together, man, him coming to OU. So it was just kind of crazy that we first met, didn't really get to experience that relationship that we could have had. And then, he comes to OU, and then, look where we are now. He's our position coach.
He followed you. Hey, so what is it about him that connected with you so much? And sort of then, as you think about where you are today, what is it about him that has benefited you most? How have you
Odom?
used that relationship most?
Talking about Coach Odom?
Yeah.
So the thing with Coach Odom, he's a very consistent guy, man. You're going to get the same Coach Odom every single day. And I think as a coach, man, you appreciate a guy that's going to be consistent with you every day, because he's going to hold you to a standard every single day. And that standard is trying to be elite, man. And in our case, me and Coach Odom have built a relationship on, I've echoed to him that I want to be aligned every single day. So that's a standard that he holds me to. Every day he always tells me to hunt. And, having Coach Odom in my vicinity, man, having him as a position coach, man, having that guy that's going to hold me to that, to that standard and level of consistency, trying to get me to play consistent every single day is very evident, man. And I appreciate him, man, because he's helped me, a lot throughout these 2 years, whether it's keeping me humble, whether it's, emphasizing how good I can get, and also, trying to get me to play to a level that he's seen, other players play. That's a very hardworking man. He's always at the facility at 5 a.m., just trying to get better, man, every single day, man. So when you have a coach like that, it's kind of crazy, because you think about the extraordinary things that he could do for himself, but also do for the player, because just of his level of commitment to the game of football. Like I said, though, he's helped me a lot, man, and the ceiling is very high for not just me, but the entire room, because of how serious he takes his job, and how he wants people to be great, just around him. So, Coach Odom, man, I give him a lot of praise, man. I thank him for just trying to get me to become the best version of Brian Asamoah I can be.